What is up? We are live. We are not doing underdog today. We are doing drafters. I was a little behind getting things set up. What's up, Pepper Tony? How we doing, Mikey? Uh, yeah, we're gonna do some drafters. We're gonna go over some news, but first, we're gonna hit the intro.
We're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls indecent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who? Thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, names, games. Degen wrath of fuse, stone age torment remains. Best ball eternal in Rumain's infernal domain. Pterodactyl pigs screaming, Cayman chaos reigns. Fossil fury fuels the fire, drafted through the veins.
Welcome, everybody. I excited to be here. Um, I did a mock draft earlier. I'll spoil it for anybody who like. I did a whole video. I kind of went over what I thought. I'm not sure how good it was, but this is what I went with. Instead of news, we're going to kind of look at this real quick. Um, key the highlights. I had the Browns taking Jordan Tyson, clearing him on medicals to get an X receiver. That's interesting. Caleb Downs falling to the Saints. KC, the reason I had them taking Spencer Fano over Jeremiah Love is because I kind of think they're going to make a big play for Kenneth Walker, um, or for ETN or somebody. I think that they try to land a bigger, like looking at the Coach Speak Index and the comments they've had, it feels like they want to focus on getting an RB or a better run game, and the only way to assure that that happens is to get it done in free agency instead of waiting until the draft and hope Love falls. So I had that, and then I had the Texans trading up with Miami. Miami's obviously tanking. Give them pick 28 and 38 for that pick and 87. Give them a more balanced draft. Yeah, it really like I'm killing both the receivers because I also have Makai Lemon going to the Jets. So like this is not optimal for fantasy. Like, but when I went through the process, this is kind of what I thought. This is what I had. Uh Not that I want it. And by the way, we're gonna enter we're gonna keep going over that, but we're entering the drafters. We got 10 more. We got 30 people watching. We got 10 likes. We need 10 more. All the numbers converge. Uh, so we'll go back to this while the drafters draft fills. Hopefully we can get one to fill. I couldn't get it to fill yesterday. What's up, Jamie? Uh, I had Denzel Boston falling to the Steelers. Sadiq being drafted by the Eagles. I think that they want to replace that for sure. No drafters here. Sorry. It's all good. Uh, it's just what I try to do drafters when I'm by myself, assuming we can get it to fill. If we can't get it to fill, we'll move on over to underdog. I usually give it 5 to 10 minutes. These do take a while. And if in at like 10, if like basically at like 12 after, if it's not filled or we're not really close, I'll move on over and do something else. Uh, then I had the Dolphins taking a chance on Ty Simpson. I had the Bills passing on a wide receiver to take Messidor. The reason I had him take a Messidor is because he's ready to win. Like he's 25. He's fully built. Like he is what he is, and he's awesome as he is right now. Uh, But those are just some things that I thought were interesting, and it doesn't mean much. Like we're just having fun with that. I'm ready for the combine. I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well. Um, let's go through some of the underdog stuff. What we have: fastest 40-yard dash by the combines. Like Sonny Styles at a 4.48. I kind of feel like he's going to go under that, but I haven't bet it yet. Um, Panthers getting calls about Andy Dalton is wild. Todd Monken saying Shitter's an elite playmaker. We're still sitting at 9, by the way, sitting at 9. Uh, this I think is actual news. Raiders to run a 3-4 instead of a 4-3. Max Crosby actually profiles way more as a 4-3 than a 3-4. Um, so I'm curious. I'm curious where they're going to try to trade him, or if they're going to try to make him play something that he's not like. Not that he couldn't be good, but something that he's not like known for. Well, we're still sitting at 9, by the way. Um, since we're still sitting at 9, I guess we're just going to do an underdog draft. Like if we can't get it to Phil, we can't get it to Phil. Um, like it's only been 3 minutes, but it hasn't moved yet. Uh, I do apologize to Mikey boy here, but if he doesn't fill, I can't do one, right? Um, we'll give it like I don't think like there's no way we're going to get 9 of them in the next 4 minutes, right? Um, so something else that is news that has happened is and this is Coach Peak Index stuff. The Raiders, let me find it. So John Spytek on the Raiders, a quote from him, or it's not a direct quote. On the foundation you want to have when you bring a young quarterback in, I think you want to limit the amount of pressure you have on that guy from the start. If you have a young quarterback, I'm not necessarily in favor of running him out there right away. Either so having another quality player that can play QB and obviously a great offensive line and a run game to limit his chances to get killed and great defense too. Obviously, you want to build a good team, but he started by saying offensive line. That means that's where the focus is going to go. Um, so to me, that's pretty bullish. I'm also leaving the drafters right now, by the way. That's pretty bullish for Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty. Um, so, um, yeah, we're good. That's really bullish for Bowers and Genty if they know they want to focus the offensive line, and that's why in my mock I didn't have them. I don't have them taking a wide receiver in round 2. I have them holding on to that pick and taking which you can't go to round 2, but I also did skill position players for round 2 just for fun at the end of my video. If you want to check it out, check it out. If not, it's not a big deal. But I didn't have the Raiders necessarily looking at it or going with a skill position player, a wide receiver, like a lot of people think they may do. I think they're going to focus on offensive line. I thought that beforehand. Um, I think that still. But anyway, we're going to join a little board, I guess, and we're going to do a little board in 15 seconds.
Bestball Degens, we never leave the grind. Fury, endless, relentless, fantasy, reigns. Who wins? Immortal.
Waiting on 8 for the little board. 8 for the little board. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't. Like the main's almost half full. Heck, the big board's almost half full too, right? So it's pretty crazy how much volume has been done uh, right now in the best ball world. It's pretty nuts to me. Um, like I thought initially that they needed to have a bigger little board, and I think that that is absolutely correct. Um, it definitely feels like they needed a bigger little board. Like the 20 max just not enough. We already have the big board half full or nearly half full. It's like 43% or something. And so like I do think that next week they'll probably launch something else, but that's just all speculation for me. The war room is already filled. So apparently YouTube's rejecting comments right now. Um from everybody. So hopefully this ends up working. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Hopefully some people can still watch. Somebody message me in Discord and make sure everything is working okay. Like say something in the hangout section in Discord if you can hear me, if everything's still working. It's not letting me type in the chat, so I'm assuming it's not letting you chat. And Jamie said that it wasn't working for him as well earlier today. So I know it's been messed up. Things have been weird. We're gonna do one, and we're probably gonna call it if it's gonna have issues. John Losimo here. It's working fine. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna talk the whole time with no comments. If anybody like, if I could post the Discord link, I doubt it's gonna. I mean, I guess you all can join the Discord and talk in the Hangout section. If you want to do that, if it's not working for you, I will try to keep that up as well. And then I won't be able to bring up comments, but can at least have a conversation that way, right? And this is a little board. Anybody who wants to jump in, little board +6, little board +6. So yeah, back to like the coach speak stuff. I went through a lot of it today. The Falcons aren't super committal. Like they've not been committing to Michael Penix yet. Yeah. That's what Jamie was saying is that emojis are working, but the chats aren't. And it's saying like whenever I try to type, it said YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means they think it's spam. So I don't know. I can't fix it. Nothing I can do about it. Waiting on 4. We got a little board. We'll go through some of the other teams. So what Kansas City said, Brett Veach, we certainly want to get more explosion in the running game. We've invested in the interior offensive line. That's been a strength of theirs for a couple seasons. Now their tackles are really not great. Simmons wasn't healthy last year, and the guy they got to replace him wasn't good. The running game takes a lot of pressure off of everybody. So I think if we can be more explosive and more effective in the running game, it will take a lot of pressure off of Patrick Mahomes, especially coming back off the injury early in the season. So I don't think like if they sign like Brian Robinson and another guy like that, like a Gainwell, right? If they did that, maybe they're looking at Jeremiah Love. But I assume that they're going to try to get a big name. And I could even see them trading for Bruce, like doing the third rounder. I could see that happening. I could see, like, I'm not the biggest fan of ETN, but I could see them doing that as well. I think the Kenneth Walker is going to be the main goal. Like If Seattle's not going to franchise him, if Kansas City, like Seattle has more money to give him, so like, but Seattle also has more contracts coming up here very soon. Anybody waiting, by the way, this is a little board. I guess I can at least look at drafters. Yeah, drafters is still sitting at 4, so 4 in the lobby. If it gets close, we could switch back over there. But to me, that means Kansas City's going to look in free agency for a running back, a high quality one. If they don't get one, then they're definitely interested in Jeremiah Love if he falls. And if they do get a high quality running back, I think they're looking to get a tackle. The last time Andy Reid picked, one of the last times Andy Reid picked super high, I guess he hasn't since he's been there. But he doesn't get a chance to get like kind of his pick of the litter of offensive linemen. He is an offensive line guy at heart. So I definitely think that they want to get an actual really solid O lineman. That's just my take on it. And yeah, it definitely looks like the chat's still not working. This is what we got. This is what we got. I don't know if that's what you guys see. That's what I see. X is also not working. I don't know. But we're in a little board, +1. Anybody want the last spot? Anybody? It's wide open. Anybody? Anybody out there? I'm sure some of you, we've been waiting for this for 8 minutes. But yeah, like we'll look at some more of that news. Nobody was talking in the Discord either. So it kind of sounds like Alec Pierce may actually, like they want to try to keep both of them, him and Pittman, but the money doesn't seem to make sense if they do that. Once again, we get pushed to the back. We are at the 12. Been picking back here a lot. We got Danimal at the 8. We got Green Bean at the 7. How we been? I think that's it. If you're not in here, if I didn't name you, say something, but you probably can't. So sorry about the chat. Nothing I can do about it. But we're going to draft a team. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to give some takes, and we're probably just going to call it at 1 with the way that this is not working correctly. But for those of you who don't know, I am going to be on another channel tonight. Yeah, look at that. How we doing, Dustin Elliott? Love the face. Communication is good out here, isn't it? First time I've seen you chat. Looks like to me you're the one hole, right? We're just gonna pretend you're the one hole, because we can. Because this emoji is the same color as the one hole. Nailed it. Got it. So, but anyway, I'm going to be on Jerry Football later today. They're a new streamer. I don't know if they have the there we go. I will. Yeah, I got the link here. So whenever I leave, I will give the link. And if you're in my Discord, I'm going to post a link before I go live. That'll be 6:30 p.m. West on the West Coast. So it'll be 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, I believe. I don't know. All that math's weird. What's up, Gannon Long? What's What you mean chat doesn't work? I don't know. Like, it's not working for a lot of people. It only took one of my 2 messages that I typed. That's why everybody's just doing emojis. So I think I want Achan here if I can get him. I do prefer Genty, but we're gonna go Achan and we're gonna go Jefferson here. I thought I was overweight Jefferson. I'm honestly just at weight. And I'm slightly underweight on Achan. I'm overweight on Hampton and Genty. So getting this combination is nice. And I've kind of been into Hero RB lately. I like the way that these Hero RB teams are working out. And I kind of really like the running backs, like from rounds like 9 and on. So I've been looking at that, or trying these builds, and they always feel good. Like if you and by hero running back, what I'm basically doing is I'm going a running back, a tight end. Like I might even add Loveland here, but I basically stop at 4 tight ends by round 7, or 4 tight ends, 4 wide receivers by round 7 or 8. Like by round 8, I try to have 4 wide receivers. And then I just don't pick another wide receiver until unless we get a fall or something, or a stack comes about. Like I'm just pushing the 5th one until at least like round 13. So I'm basically filling it to where all of them can play at least to the flex, and then I'm filling out my other positions. And I really like the way that those teams look. I think that the wide receiver value is pretty high right now with as much as these running backs are pushed up. I kind of think, and I've talked about it a little bit, I'm getting this feeling that hero running back may end up being the way to go this year. It's performed well every single season. There's nothing wrong with double anchor. Like double anchor is always fine as well. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, Dustin and Gannon, if you do enjoy the content, please smash the sub. At 500 subs, if we hit that before the NFL draft, I will be doing a 12-hour live stream on after the NFL draft. Even if we hit it next week or whatever, I'm going to wait till after the NFL draft so we have multiple tournaments to choose from to draft. And we could actually have just some discussions on what to look for in the future with some guests and stuff as well. It'll be before the schedule's out, and just a bunch of talk. Love talking ball. We got Danimal here. No worries. CD Lamb, Malik Neighbors, T. Higgins. Even less worries is the Broth King with Rashee Rice. I will absolutely take a Josh Allen chair back here. He's probably not going to fall back here too often, so let's go ahead and do that. You know what? I've been thinking I need some ETN, but I don't think this is the team. Let's just start 1-1-1-1. We're just going to do it. We're just going to start 1-1-1-1. We got our hero. We got our double hero. We also got our hero RB. We're going to attack wide receiver. I really like the wide receivers that are available at 60-61. Don't necessarily like the ones at 84-85, but we'll see what happens. I can always take a running back there if I need, or any other position. But I'm probably going to be pushing the quarterback position or the tight end. One of them I will probably lock up in round 8 and be done and stop at 2. And the other one I will push to the end of the draft to draft anything else. But yeah, I would ask you guys if you liked my mock draft, but you obviously can't respond, or if you've seen it. So the poll right now, we got 27 votes. We have 56% thinks that Kay Walker will stay in Seattle. 26% thinks he will go to Kansas City, and 15% thinks he'll go to other, and very few people think he'll end up in Jacksonville. I just threw a random poll up. I think that this is probably the right percentage on all of it. I think it's like 50-50 he ends up in Seattle. I think it's like 25% he goes to KC if they can get a cap room. And I think 20% on the other, like on the rest of the NFL sounds pretty correct. I don't know, like I'm assuming Vegas has odds out right now on where he'll land and all that. I haven't looked. I don't really care what their odds are. I'm not going to bet it, so I don't care what the odds are. But Kai Lemon, I am very curious on him for this weekend. How long, like how tall is he? How long are his arms? Are his hands big? Like if he measures with short hands, I'm going to be a little worried. Especially so, Casey Concepcion, like the hand size matters a lot because if his hands are very small, I think that is why he had so many drops. If not, I'm willing to overlook it. Like if his hands are normal size, but if he's got tiny hands, I'm gonna be pretty out. I mean, not planning on getting DeAndre Swift over here, but it wouldn't be the worst thing. I don't love Jordan Tyson here, but I mean, I would take, or Cortland Sutton, but I think I would take it. I have a whole bunch of Evans. Yeah, let's just do the top two here. We'll just go by ADP. We already got a little bit of a faller in Josh Allen. So let's just take the ADP there. We'll go Jordan Tyson. We'll go Brian Thomas. The team right now through 6, we have Josh Allen. We have Devon Achane. We have Justin Jefferson. We have Jordan Tyson. And we have Brian Thomas with Colston Loveland at tight end. The more I think about it, by the way, the more I think Colston Loveland is the mispriced tight end on the board. I originally had Tucker Kraft like kind of with him in my ranks. Obviously, that's not how anything gets drafted. But he is coming off of the injury. Loveland is not. We just keep getting bullish quotes for him and Luther Burden. So, like, we didn't get a whole lot of they didn't say anything about Rome, but like he was just I don't know what the context of the conversation was. Maybe they're talking about year 2 players. But I think that Loveland is the one that's there's nobody to battle for his position right now, right? Like he's going to get a whole bunch of targets. That's an offense we absolutely want to be invested in. So I think I'm gonna make a pretty overweight Colston Loveland stand. Like, and I don't mean like 15. I think like 11-12%, right? Because I don't want to like ignore the players in this area for sure. Parker Washington got pulled up to 62. That's kind of interesting. I like this team though. Genty, Hampton, McConkey, Javonte, Swift, and Parker Washington. So another revelation I had looking through the Coach Speak stuff, like I'm overweight lad right now, and I'm not mad that I'm overweight lad. But I am a little worried that they're just going to sign Keenan Allen again. They said that they would love to have him back. Uh, if they sign Keenan Allen again, it's just not good for any pieces other than like Hampton on the offense, right? It's not good for Gadsden. It's not good for McConkey. It's not good for Quentin Johnston. It's not good for Trey Harris. It's just not good. Just absolutely not good for anybody. Uh, I mean, I will just be done at quarterback if I get T Law here. And if not, I might just take Dart and call it good as well. So T Law does go. I think I'm going to do that though. Actually, we're just going to do this. We're just going to take Mahomes and we're going to take Worthy. I was saying I wanted to get the 4 wide receivers. Here they are. We're done at this position. We're going to push tight end. Now I'm going to attack running back for multiple rounds. Like probably my next 4 picks, at least 3 of my next 4 will be running back, and definitely 4 of my next 5 or 4 of my next 6 will be RBs. So not sure that is correct. But that's what we're doing here. Is it too much capital? Maybe. But it also gives me an extra dart at running back. I think that the running backs right now are like extremely mispriced. All of the ones that are free agents feel like they're, as soon as they land, they're going to go up a lot. So like Najee being one of them, Algier being one of them, J.K. Dobbins being one of them, Rico Dowdle being one of them. Now, a lot of those aren't going to make it back to me, but like if any of those make it to me, or well, Algier and Rico, right? Like they probably don't make it to me, but if they do, like we're absolutely ecstatic about it. And then who else is there? There's some upside swings later. David Montgomery is probably going to be a free agent as well. Gainwell, as soon as he signs, Gainwell is the riskiest of them because if he doesn't, like he could be the one that lands in a spot that doesn't use him right, or that they aren't going to use, like that they're not going to use him in the passing game like Pittsburgh did. But if he has the role, like if Aaron Rodgers signs again and he just goes there, he is absolutely a smash pick at this range. Yeah, I don't expect to get one of those guys back. But to be honest, like if we don't and one of these tight ends fell, and they didn't, but I've seen Pitt, until today, I'd seen Pitts fall to the middle of the ninth here and there. So we're playing a risky game, but I like to take some risk here and there, push the envelope, and see if we can't get lucky. And that's not a Chiefs homer thing either. I wanted T-Law there. I think Dartwood was a good pick as well. But I do think that Worthy's price is going to move up if we get news on if we get the news I'm expecting, right, for Rashee Rice if he ends up getting suspended. So David Montgomery does go. Hopefully Great Scott doesn't take Jadarian Price. If they take Jadarian Price, like we're gonna be scrambling a little bit, because that means we'll go 6 wide receiver and stop. Okay, so they don't. We're gonna take Jadarian Price, and I'm gonna take Jawan Jennings here. Jawan Jennings is like an underrated prospect to end up going and signing in Buffalo. He can play the outside role. I think that he would fit that offense pretty well. I don't think he's going to be incredibly expensive. Uh, I think they're going to look for an outside wide receiver somewhere, whether it be in the draft or in free agency. Uh, they've tried it in the draft. They failed with the draft. So I think that if they want a big wide receiver, an outside, an X guy, I think they're going to try to target one of them in free agency. And we have Evans, we have Jawan Jennings that are both out there. I think that one of those two could easily end up with Josh Allen. And even if not, like naked Josh Allen's fine. And Jawan Jennings is going to land somewhere where he has some sort of role. But yeah, we're not doing exactly what we thought we were going to do. But these next two picks have to be running back, no matter what the options are. We're basically going to force it. I could have brought up Emmett Johnson, but I have enough Emmett Johnson right now. I'm good. Like, if he does fail to combine, I definitely will just never select him again because I have absolute bags. And if he does perform at the combine and he starts getting around two buzz, I think he'll move up into this range anyway. And I'm kind of willing to take him up here anyway in the current market. So JCM is a player that I'm having a hard time getting to. I just don't. I don't know. Like, I know you guys know me from last year. Like, I wasn't really in. Like, I thought JCM skyrocketing up the board was bad. It got bailed out at the end, and it might have been a smash if Jaden stayed healthy. Like, I can admit when I could have been wrong. That's an awesome price on Baker there, by the way. But his vision wasn't really that good. It kind of took him, like, if the lane was there, he's incredibly explosive. And with Jaden Daniels, there is a decent chance that actually becomes a thing, right? Like, do we actually take a Woody Mark share here? Like, this is the range I think Woody is like almost clickable. I guess Shakir's here. I guess. Yeah, we just do that. 15 pick fall on a stack, 17 pick fall on a stack with your number one quarterback. Yeah, we'll probably add a super late wide receiver, end at 2 tight ends, and just go. We might go eight running backs here. We're definitely stopping at 2 quarterbacks. We're definitely stopping at 7 wide receiver. So even if I go 3 tight ends, that gives me 8 running backs. It's going to be a hodgepodge, that is for sure. But we're doing it. Did I really want to pass up a running back there? Not really, but I also didn't want to take Woody Marks. And I would have if Shakir hadn't fallen. Like, that is the spot that I think I'm willing to select Woody. I still think that at the end of the day, he's going to be a handcuff. I think they end up with Jadarian Price. In my mock, I had something kind of wild happen. I had the Texans trade up with the Dolphins when Jeremiah Love was falling. They actually have a bunch of picks. Let me bring it up. The Texans have pick 28, 38, 56, 60 something like that. Like, they have the capital to actually move up this year. So the Texans down here, they have their pick at 26 or whatever, 28. Then 38, 59, 69, 106, 128, 165. They don't have a sixth, and they have two sevens. So they have 2 seconds, a third, and 2 fourths. So they do have some capital that they can move around. I if Jeremiah Love starts to fall at all, I do think that the Texans could definitely be a team to move up for him. Nobody's talking about this. Nobody's even mentioned it in the slightest. I know they need offensive line, but like if they get rid of their first two picks, they still have two more top 70 picks that they could address the offensive line with. And you get Jeremiah Love on top of it. And if that happens, like Woody Marks, like even if Jadarian Price goes there, like Woody Marks is essentially, I think, at the end of the day, a committee, like he's like a third down back on an offense. So I don't love Alvin Kamara, but I do think that this is the kind of team you would take him on. Aaron Jones is actually an interesting click here as well. I definitely want Rashad White. So we get Rashad. Do we want to add the other old or not? We definitely taking him. Yeah, let's just add the olds. So we have Devon Achane. So our team right now, we have a 2-5-6-1. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Running backs: Devon Achane, Jadarian Price, James Conner, Rashad White, Alvin Kamara. That's a super dusty room, but we got Price. That guy's young. We're good. Wide receivers: Jefferson, Tyson, Brian Thomas, Xavier Worthy, Juwan Jennings, Shakir, and then Colson Loveland. I kind of like this. Probably gonna take my last wide receiver and a tight end with the next picks. It looks like chat's still not working. But I want to thank everybody to come out, actually listen to me ramble for a while. With chat not working and everything, we are going to limit it today to one draft. But if you could anyway, if you could smash the like, and if you're new to the content and you enjoy it, hitting the sub would be fantastic. As I mentioned earlier, I'm on a road to 500. Not sure if we will get there, but I would like to do the 12-hour live stream. I think it would be a lot of fun. I know a lot of people, some people like worry about that stuff. I just think it would be fun. And I would almost do it without getting the goal, but we're not going to do that because we need to have a goal. It's basically a reward for me as well as you guys if we get there. So let's look at what we have. I mean, Kelsey coming back would be insane. I don't think he will. If Katron Allen also makes it back, like we'll do that. I do kind of like Vidal. I know I said we'd look at wide receiver. I think there's a lot of wide receivers I don't mind here. And to be honest, Jefferson, Thomas, Worthy, Jennings, Shakir feels pretty solid. Assuming that Jordan Tyson is also healthy and playing, like it honestly feels fine-ish. To just add a random other name on there. But, I mean, we know Kelsey's not going to make it. So we're definitely going to take two more tight ends. So let's go with... What do we want to get here? I definitely want one of these two running backs. If we get one of those two, I feel very good about it. I think Trey Tucker is kind of a really good click right now as well. I have bags of Torrey Horton. Or do I want Troy Franklin? I don't have a lot of Franklin. Let's go Katron and let's go Troy Franklin here. A little bit of divisional correlation with Mahomes on the Franklin pick. I think that's a big fall. Um, I'm fine stopping at these 7. I don't have to, but I'm fine doing it. Running back, I think we kind of came back. Achan, Price, Connor, White, Kamara, Katron Allen. Um, Having Allen and Mahomes and Colson Loveland, like it feels pretty strong. Maybe you guys don't think so. Um, let's make it a like let's remove this poll. Um, so and I will make a new poll. It'll be how bad are my RBs? Scale of 1 to 10. 10 to 8, 7, 7 to 6, 5 to 3, or ew. There you go. You guys get to decide. How good, like, since you guys can't actually respond, we'll just do it via a poll. Sorry about that. I should have had that up a little bit. Zachariah Branch goes. A lot of people like Branch. I think he's a year 2 player, not a year 1 player. I do think he's going to get capital. I do think he'll go in the second round, but I think he's going to go in the second, purely because of how explosive he is in the return game. So like it's not that I think he's a bad football player. I think he's a really good football player. I just think for fantasy, it's not a great pick. What's up, KY? How we doing? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the emoji, since nobody can chat. It's kind of a weird thing, for sure. Definitely the first stream I've done. I've definitely done streams where nobody chatted whenever I started, but definitely a different thing in my current state, because the Who crew is very live chatting all the time. We got 40 viewers though, so apparently I'm not doing that bad of a job. We got 25 likes. Feels good. Feels very good. And like I said before, I'm going on to Jerry Football's channel later tonight, so we're going to just keep it at this one little board today. I know the thumbnail said it was going to be drafters, but we tried to do a drafters draft. It didn't fill. It's still not filled. It's still sitting at 7. 7. So that isn't great. All right, so I definitely would love to have Stowers here. I want to lock up my tight ends. I'm kind of really into Stowers now. I hadn't done enough research previously. So somebody did take Naj, huh? Oh, Najee went all the way up here. That's a really good pick. I was kind of hoping to get Najee. We're going to go Stowers. I definitely need another running back, so we're going to take some more upside here. And Mike Washington. We got all these dusty olds here. Connor, Rashad White, Alvin Kamara. We're just trying to hit some lightning alongside it. I definitely need a third tight end with Stowers being there. There's a guy I've been drafting. Maybe you know who it is. We got some news that they're going to play football. I'll just say it. I've been taking Zach Ertz at the end of drafts. He said that he's planning on suiting up week 1. So That's what the underdog thing says here. Plans to play, targeting week 1. So he's been cleared or expected to be cleared by week 1. And that wouldn't be a note if he was planning on not playing this year, right? So that note is multi-leveled. And I would, like, on a team like this with Loveland and Stowers, like, why not have one other guy who we know is in a good offense? Oh, Zach Ertz says go. How dare you, Danimal? You just let me keep rambling. I was rambling about a guy, and you're like, well, guess what? I'm going to put the Ertz on you. And you did. I'm not going to talk him up anymore. He's a bad pick. I would not be taking a 38-year-old tight end coming off of a leg injury. Seems like a really bad bet. I don't know what you're doing. Why would you ever do that? It's an awful pick. Never make it again. Let the guy in the 12 hole make it. Can't believe that you would actually believe Zach Ertz is going to do something this year. I can't believe it. End of story. But no, do you have you got some divisional correlation and some team correlation, or no team, just some divisional correlation there with it? Seems fine, honestly. Seems fine. So these are running backs I would like to mix in a little bit. I have taken a couple of Brashard Smith shares on Mahomes teams only. Man, it's pretty ugly down here, isn't it? I mean, Chig and Gesicki. It's got to be one of those two. I'm going to take Chig, and I think Jordan James here. Yeah, we're going to go Chig, and we're going to go Jordan James. They've been talking up Jordan James a little bit. So we ended with the build we wanted. We're going to review my team. We're going to review the teams of the people who are in here that I know. If I don't know, I'm sorry. But we got Danimal and Green Bean who we will review, and then we will be done. We got a 2-8-7-3 here. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, running backs, Devon Achane, Jadarian Price, James Conner, Rachaad White, Alvin Kamara, Katron Allen, Mike Washington Jr., Jordan James. Wide receivers, Jordan Jefferson, Jordan Tyson, Brian Thomas, Xavier Worthy, Juwan Jennings, Khalil Shakir, Troy Franklin. Tight ends, Loveland Stowers, and Chig Okonkwo. It's not the best team, but like we kind of had to do something. Like this strategy does feel a little weird. Like pick all of the picks from like 81 to 88 just feel weird. If you don't need a tight end there, it just kind of feels weird to me. Especially if you already have taken a quarterback. If you haven't taken a quarterback, it usually feels fine. But like in this situation, it's like I either take a second quarterback and be done, or I pull up a running back, or I take my second tight end and be done. I feel like you just lock up a position if you have the double elite already. In this situation, because we didn't get like even Manungai and Tootin went way over here. Like, yes, I could have pulled Hubbard up or Pollard, something like that. I don't think that would have been that bad. David Montgomery, like, was the plan where Jennings was there. But Pat Doc here has been reading the news. Did not allow that for me. All right. Are we done with the draft? We are. So now we can review the teams. We have Green Bean's team here, a 3-7-8-2. Jared Goff, Bryce Young, Malik Willis. Value on Malik Willis in this economy is awesome. Jeremiah Love, Travion, RJ Harvey, JCM, Emmett Johnson, Nicholas Singleton, Brashard Smith. You have all the upside. You have zero floor. Like, the floor is actual lava, but you have mountains, like you have volcanoes worth of upside. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra, Teteroa McMillan, Quentin Johnston, Michael Pittman, Elijah Surratt, just all upside again, basically. Like, you have the floor here. And honestly, I think Tet has more floor than people are willing to give him credit for. But just all rookies down here. But actually, I think this is really good, honestly. Like, Amon-Ra, Tet, QJ, and Pittman to give yourself a floor, and then a bunch of, like, high upside rookies. I like it. Warren and Theo feels good. And then we have Danimal here. We got a 3-6-8-3. Jackson Dart, Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy. We have Dart stacked up with Malik Neighbors and Cam Scatabo. And then we got Ramondre, Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones. Currently, it is a handcuff. There is a chance that Aaron Jones gets released. Tank Bigsby and Najee Harris. Najee is an awesome pick right now, in my opinion. Wide receivers, Lamb, Neighbors. You got the divisional correlation. T. Higgins, Egbuka, Evans. I'm assuming this is because you think Evans is leaving. Actually, it's because he went at 80. He went to pick 80? That is crazy. DJ Moore, Steph Diggs. Like, I thought I was highly considering Steph Diggs, but I need some more Juwan Jennings. Cooper Kupp. That's an awesome wide receiver room. Kittle, Parkinson, and Ertz. Like, by the time Ertz breaks down, Kittle will be healthy. It's perfect way to do it. But I want to thank you guys for coming out. We are stopping at the one with the YouTube problems right now. We'll see if this works. That did not work. Give me a minute. But right there, it's not going to be for a while. But if you want to see me again later tonight, go on over to Jiri. Keep that up, or give him a sub or whatever. Help the guy out. I'll be there in 3 hours doing some drafts. And if you're in my Discord, I'm going to post it there as well. But thanks everybody for coming out. I will be back on tomorrow, normal time. We will be, I haven't double checked, like double confirmed, but I believe Bestball Soul will be on here with me. And look forward to that. Who's Crew, unite. We're out. Peace.
Hey, we're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls in descent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains. From late season voids, he's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who? Hey, thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, babes, games. Degen wrath of views, don't age torment.